Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays, playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I tried to get back to my citadel to rest and tell Irabeth about what's going on. And, I met the Hand of the Inheritor. Hottie? H-O-T-A-T-I? So I've got some right-hand, like, archangel person here. Should I learn more about Targona and Lariel?
Heaven's grief at their loss could not be any greater. Lariel and Targona were daring and merciful in equal measure, and relentless in fighting evil. They called each other brother and sister because one soul was used to create them. Yes, it happens. Sometimes an angel is made of many souls, or the essence of the upper planes. And sometimes, one soul can give life to several supernatural creatures. This was the case with Targona and Lariel.
Alright, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. If you really like to see, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notify bell. Be notified and upload videos and scheduled streams. Well, this is an interesting story here.
When the world wound opened, they were the first to go to the mortal's aid. Alas, heaven was in extreme upheaval after great Arodin died. When the evil mind of Arilu Vorlesh, paired with the will of cursed Discari, shook the foundations of the world. While the other angels and Imperial Lords were slowly waking up to the disaster that was unfolding by holding councils and getting bogged down in speculation, Targona and Lariel were already fighting demons, leading refugees out of the fallen Sarkoris, and trying to find out what had happened on Golarion and how to deal with it. For what had happened was so monstrous, so extraordinary, that even heaven did not know what to expect next.
Huh.
When Mendev answered the challenge of the Abyss and became the Kingdom of Crusaders, Targona and Lariel shared the hardships and glories of the First Crusade with their mortal comrades. And then they both disappeared. First Lariel, and then his sister immediately after. I was unable to search for them the moment I found out, for the world wound had just reopened and Dresden had fallen. It was a tremendous blow for everyone. By the time I was able to begin the search, the tide of chaos had swept away all traces of them. Only your arrival has shed some light on the sad fate of Lariel.
Okay, what do I need to know? I don't want to go right now, because I'm exhausted. I need to rest. Am I Iomede's chosen?
What does your heart tell you?
Oh, am I arrogant and believe I am the chosen one and will do everything I can to defend the Galarian? Or nothing. I gained these buildings nowhere and I have no idea what to do with them, which is how I really feel. I'm going to go with 2 because that's how I truly feel.
For someone wandering in the darkness of ignorance, you have stumbled upon the path of righteousness with surprising alacrity. You thwarted Discari's plot in Canabris, fought your way through the lands conquered and corrupted by demons, reclaimed Dresden, and reclaimed a great relic, the Sword of Valor, seizing it from profane hands. Who could have achieved more? Listen. I cannot answer yes or no to your question, for it would not be an honest answer. Do not wait for me to say, here is the power bestowed upon you from on high, and this is the task you must complete. That will not happen. For my Lady Iomade, righteous Queen of Heaven, may mark a mortal with her blessing, but she would never seek to impose her will.
Okay.
Sometimes even I am not privy to her plans. I have come to you not at her command, but of my own accord. But I would recognize the light of heaven in any soul, and I see it in you. I can only guess how and why it was lit. Perhaps finding the answer to this question is a trial you must undergo.
Okay. Tell me about Pelura?
She is an Imperial Lord, A powerful angel, one of our most important allies, and my loyal friend. She is the mistress of the stars, and the mysterious light of the aurora. Sarkoris was the land where Pelura was revealed with particular fervor, where her most important temples were located. When the demons came to this poor land, the priests and devotees of Pelura accepted the challenge bravely. Many died protecting and healing their friends in the first years of the calamity.
Okay.
This saddened the Shimmering Maiden. Pelura boldly decided to intervene in the affairs of mortals, and used powerful spells to hide her main temple. Even the strongest of demons cannot find it.
Okay. Tell me about this temple.
Pelura's Fall was once a great Sarkorian shrine. From the city of Iz and other lands, the burial barges of great chiefs would go there to set off on their last journey into the mighty streams of the Falls. But the temple was famous not only as a final resting place. Pelura is the patron of stargazers. Her servants possess celestial wisdom. In reading the stars, they discover the mysteries and secrets of the world. In times of old, people would seek their counsel on many different matters, and they were respected and honored throughout Sarkoris. Today, Pelura's Fall is not what it once was. 100 years of isolation has placed an unbearable burden on the shoulders of the stargazers and their guards. But they persevere, despite the hardships. You should meet these people, for you could not hope to find a better example of self-denial and resilience.
Okay. Alright, before I go, I gotta rest, dude. I gotta rest, get back my spells, and figure out who I'm gonna take to Pelura's Fall. Holy de BB. Hi, hi, hi.
As you wish, champion. Find me when you decide it's time to go to Pelura's Fall, for only I can transport you to the secret temple.
Sounds cool to me. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Go with the hand of it. There's a spring run drive. I have another quest. This is the one. So this is something I have to go to what's her name and find her. I need to go tell Irabeth about this one to complete this. Waiting for Irabeth to come around, hopefully. This is, we gotta go to Green Gates. I gotta find Blackwater. There's an animal in that one place I need to go to. And this was the Mad Half-Elf, I think. And then I have to go hunt a dragon. Or Tarendalev. And I gotta hunt a dragon. This is a mythic quest. Okay. So this would give me a mythic level if I go and do this. Oh, man. Where are we at? We're only a couple thousand away from making 11th level. Which in my case would mean 10th. Because I would just go up to here. So I'll have a blank level again. Because I splashed in one level of Bard. I think I played this in an earlier video. I took Bard not so much for this. I took it for this. So my knowledge and lore skills are all +1. I had half my class. You get that. Get some cantrips. My Bard proficiencies. I have spells that cast as a Bard. But this was the biggest thing. Was it helps my knowledge and lore checks here, especially since we are really low. I mean, I'm actually the highest lore that we have. Nature of lore 12, which is at 10th level is very, very sad. I should have somebody that's more like 18th level at that or something. I did skill focus on perception. I was going to skill focus on persuasion next. And I upped my trickery. This is so that I'm a backup, because there are some things that I've had to do on my own that involve trickery. But see, I'm fatigued, and I want to get rid of that. I actually have spells. I'm not a spellcaster, but I have spells. Looks like I get to cast these without checking. So that's good. For the bard ones, I actually have to check. I didn't realize this was an arcane spell. So I have a bit of a problem with that one. I don't think I'm ever going to take Regil. So I may end up selling off his stuff just to make money. Because this is 7,500, 350, 7,000 for that. So that's 14,000. It's almost like 20,000 gold that he's carrying on him. So I may just take his stuff and sell it. And the other one I'm probably never going to take is Darian. He's got this because that happens to him anyway. So I gave him some things because I wasn't sure if I was ever going to take him, but I think my main quest is going to be her. Dexterity. I got a giant strength 4. She's got a giant strength 4. What's he got on? Got a dexterity on him to help his armor class. And I gave him this just so that if I really wanted to, he could throw an 8th level fireball. And he's got the Triceratops. It says, once per day, the statue allows the owner to summon a temporary Tricept animal companion if the owner doesn't have an animal companion. Uses the owner's character level -4 as the effective druid level. But Triceratops has never gone away. So it's just always with us. It says once per day allows the owner to summon a temporary Triceratops animal companion if the owner doesn't have an animal companion. It uses the owner's character level -4 plus the effective druid level. So we essentially have an animal companion for land. So he just stays. He never goes away. Which, you know, is cool and all. As long as land has that statue on him, I guess he always has an animal companion. I thought it was kind of more like a summary, a summoning thing, and you just decided it's level based on the level of land. So it's a 6th level critter, soon to be a 7th. But that was just kind of bizarre that doesn't seem to want to go away. Camille. There's a cold iron +2. +3 takes care of cold iron. And then she has abilities to make this be upped, right? Yeah, she can do these spirit enchantment things. So by doing that, right now she would make it a +3. So it would hand. She adds at least a +3, so she can add a couple properties like Ghost Touch or Flaming or whatever I need. And that other one would give her an extra +1 on her enhancement by doing it. So it could be, I could end up having her have like a +4, +5 rapier. And then she's got, this is just helping her armor class. She's another one I don't think I'm going to be taking very often. So I may end up just selling all her stuff. I don't know. Her and he's just a narcissistic fool. The more I'm running with her, the more I think she's like chaotic evil. And I wonder if I'm going to have to deal with her. And this idiot is lawful evil. I really can't stand him. And he doesn't do that great a damage. This also almost does as much damage as him, just with his mace. I really like to find for Social, I'm trying to find myself a glaive that he can use. Like a +3 glaive. At least. +4 would be better. Because then with a reach weapon, he can attack from behind. He's got these. I've got some really nice bracers here, too. Oh, that's a critical hit. Doesn't really do anything for his armor class. Belt of Giant Strength. What has he got on? Physical Might, Strength, and Constitution. What's my demon girl got on? The demon girl. Gave her a belt of Dexterity +2. So her Dexterity is up to 22. 24, actually. Which helps her hit. And then Charisma is her spells thing. So she'll be able to cast that. And this gives her an extra Perception and Trickery, +5. She's got her protections on. This helped her an extra +1 with her bow. So she's like +17 to hit with her bow. I have her having this on because of the damage reduction. Natural armor. Ward abilities and spells. So I almost want to put that on Ember just because of her death ward spells. Do that for him too. Take his armor class down 1. His armor class isn't that great because of this. Okay, he can wear up to medium armor. He's going to get a feat at 11th level. And 6th level spells. So I need to get myself a couple 1,000 experience points somewhere. Alright. So now I have to figure out where the hell I am. So it's up in this corner tower that the Inheritor sits. See, it's out here. Bismuth is just here. Forever. Which I really like. I mean, I think it's really cute that I get to have a Triceratops for somebody like Lan. Alright, we were going to go back in our castle. What's the time? 18 minutes. We've talked with him enough. I've babbled on enough. Let's, Kicker, let's see if we can, like, go to our...
Let's see what we can do.
Citadel here. So this is the Hand of the Inheritor. I have some Archangel that wants me to go on a mission with him. I kind of want to go finish up Winter Sun if I can. Oh, where am I? So let's go deal with our Citadel stuff. Because we had stuff that, we had an exclamation point, so we've got stuff that's going on here. There we are.
You've marched me to the bones today.
Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Avestan have considered taking a more active supporting role in the crusade. Many in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavor, especially when the war is going well. Uh-oh. Gotta make a decision. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena. Which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Nerosian has already chosen which of them to be favored. Isgir. Building an alliance with that nation for a long time, and now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isgir with an official offer to support you. Lastwall is Mendev's most trusted ally. If we're going to ask for someone's support, it should be them. The Shining Crusade. Let's say we invite the Sword Lords of Brevoy to this party. The righteous Mendevian knights just love those hot-headed provincials who'll draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Okay. Just a note, we happen to have a neighbor who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with, but how about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Okay, so Isger, Lastwall. I don't want to make these decisions. Everyone who wanted to come because they listened to their heart are already here. Time to call those who listen to their purse. Drop a line to the Verizian cities, tempt them with some nice spoils, and loads of savvy folks will come a-running. Why can't we call everyone for help? I wish we could, but we can't. The Telexians and their colonies can't stand the Endorians. Mothone is at war with Nirmathis. Nidal and Lastwall are at daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalon. Protest against the godlessness of Druma, and fear the revolutionary plague of Galt. Okay. Talents other than small doses, but an official letter from the commander summoning one of the nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half the courts of Avestan. You will have to choose which of our allies is most desirable to you. Why, it is Nerosian. Well, to respect one of her Majesty's subjects. No, I'm not. I actually am not. I'm just some schmuck that showed up outside the city walls. How do you know I'm one of her subjects? She made me one of her subjects. How do you know I don't come from the River Kingdoms? You know, I've got a friend there named Dren608 that's running the place. So maybe I'm just his phantom. I'm not your subject. Because it took great effort for Mendel's diplomatic to win Esgar over, and sure you would receive their help. Are you confident that the allies you choose yourself will be as reliable? What's Woljov doing on the council? Yeah, you did add Woljov. It's like, where the hell did he come from? He possesses a keen mind and the most important trait in politics, a complete lack of conscience. Ha! You'd make a terrible leader, but it proved use to you as an advisor. Yep, I traded my conscience for a cherry roll back when I was a kid. Hey, what do you mean terrible? Shall we see what the choice effects are? Alright, choice effects here. I get Sorcerer's Mercenary Unit, spellcasters that deal damage with combat spells. 13 sorcerers are recruited immediately. Okay. I can just click here. Unlocks the Rogue's Mercenary Unit. Rogues are 11 to 16 twice. Only 43 hit points. Sorcerers probably have no hit points. 22 hit points, but 20 power, and will be casting spells. 15 to 20 if they end up in melee, but they'll just die. They're flat-footed 7 and touch 8. Okay, Lan. They're barbarians. Armor class 13, do 11 to 22. 53 hit points. Sword Lords. I get duelists. Armor class 21, 155 hit points. 13 to 20. No damage. 155 hit points. Let's stand up to things. And Sosul's Inquisitors. I'm not ready to deal with Inquisitors. I don't think I want to deal with Inquisitors. Alright, let's have the council tell me what to do. We realize that Mendel is following us lie beyond the confidence of the council. The decision has already been made. The capital. Showing courtesy and concern for your authority by allowing you to implement the decision yourself. Ruining the carefully arranged political scheme that will allow Mendev to strengthen its relations with one of the most influential states in Avestan. Our rescue of the Nine. I'm trying, but you won't let us. So what sort of help? Take Lance. The formidable combat sorcerers would be of great use. Combat sorcerers. There is, however, another reason to pursue an alliance. Protectorate of Chelex. With such a mighty patron at their back, they have no shortage of resources or troops. Setting terms with Isgard, we can strengthen our ties with a powerful neighbor in the south. Such an alliance is indisputable. Okay. Only your native for mentioning the innumerable bribes received by Nerosian diplomats for facilitating this alliance. Imagine Chelex was most generous. For among the funds that make their way into our army's coffers, I could not spot a single coin of Chelexian mintage, so why should we help you? Darien? Most of the benefits. We'll see some fresh blood in this war. Poke the oh-so-formal Nerosian with a stick. Recruit excellent fighters, proud as peacocks, just begging for a chance to prove themselves, and besides, this alliance can be easily arranged. I used to take private fencing lessons from a certain sword lord of high standing. Fencing didn't work out, but her lesson was gorgeous. Okay. A little far. We can't make decisions just because you had an affair with a Brevian. So let's also say why we should take Lysa. Alright, from demons. They fight the undead in the legacy of Tar Baphon. Who's he? You can pause and read this. Okay. That must be Pathfinder stuff. Adventures. Last folk are used to eternal war. They are persistent, vigilant, and know how to oppose baleful magic. Their swords will aid us on the front lines, and their watchful eye of their Inquisitor will do much good on the front where the spies of the Ivory Labyrinth roam. Yeah, we clearly don't have enough of our own righteous boars. Let's bring more from Lastwall. War dogs and snobs, a lot of them. They'll barge in here and demand that everyone toe the line. So, Woljuf, you're next. The real frontier, the land of the free. Adventurers of all stripes go there to seek their fortune. Sailors aren't scared of going after sea dragons and krakens, and the thugs, they're not scared of anyone or anything whatsoever. Those daredevils fear no demon, and what's exactly the kind of guts we need. Okay. We're looking for allies or henchmen. Even I'm aware that Veracity is a realm of gangs and self-willed despotism. I just crawled out from under a rock, you know? Even I'm aware that the realm of gangs and self-willed despotism. And I just crawled out from under a rock. Oh, Lan, that's so entertaining. I would love to have heard Lan say... I would like to hear these people say these things out loud. It's one of the things that I just miss. There's so much they could have done with voice acting. Yeah, the game probably would be ridiculously huge, but it would be so freaking entertaining. Okay, Lan, why do you like this? If we treat them as equals, they will. Maybe perhaps by the standards of lands like Mendev, but nobody can call them cowards, and many of them are descendants of the Sarkonians who fled their Kelid kin in Numeria. We'll remind them about the time they were wronged by the demons, and whole clans of Avengers will answer the call. Okay. You're so passionate about finding new friends. Together you will, let's see, sit by the bonfire, play some dissonant musical instruments, use the knives, and what else do savages do for fun? We dance around naked, obviously. Sorry, I can't bring you along. They'll make fun of me for having such a scrawny friend. There's a reason why Numeria hasn't been invited to join the Crusade. Needless to say, I personally do not share this prejudice against them, but not all sovereigns of Aveston feel the same way. Some will find it beneath them to be involved in the same crusade as barbarians. Okay. So once again, she gives me sorcerers. Combat spells. So it gives me more ranged attack. These guys basically get to attack twice for 11 to 16, but aren't going to stand around very long. Lands Barbarians have 53 hit points and hit like a truck, but only once. Okay. Darien Sword Lords can stand in the fight for a while because of 155 hit points. Do kind of hit like a truck, medium-sized truck, and have a really good armor class. Okay. It's also it's Inquisitors, and I'm just not in the mood for Inquisitors. I've had enough of Hellrun. I think we're gonna take the Magic Users, because that's more ranged units. That means I have archers and spellcasters, right? We'll take the sorcerers. When matters of foreign domestic policy once again require your attention. I will council. Okay, what's next? Nothing else? That was it? Okay, I need to talk to Irabeth about... There we go. By clan members from Old Sarkaris, they had been bewitched by the demon Irabeth. 800 experience points! Hey! I finished something. The middle of the world one? They must be made of tough stuff. Sorry they've been set against us. Sorry still for our soldiers. We're losing our people to demon trickery again, but at least the mystery is solved and it won't happen again. Right, okay. Okay, so I took care of Irabeth. I got sorcerers here? I don't know how to put them in the army. I don't have enough space. Crusader, reading, receive an update report. I did so. Okay, what have I got left here? This is gonna take 9 days. I'll get some Palestins and Marksmen in 9 days. No, I don't want to cancel. I want to just get out. This, I have no idea what it's going to do for me. So this is busy and this is busy, so I can do swords. I have no swords. And diplomacy. What would this do for me? Energy in points increased by 5. Takes 7 days. Requires 100 energy to use. I think I'm going to do that. Then my income will be up on energy, right? I'm busy getting them going. And then the rest of this I can't really do. So my morale's at 20, so I don't have to worry about morale. Energy points I'm kind of low, but that'll be going up to 17 per day. Material points is kind of low. Finance points is okay. But I don't think I have anybody to recruit. Right? Information. I'm at my maximum on this army. I can't recruit anything. I could recruit scouts. That's the one thing I don't seem to be able to find, is how many days before it happens again. I mean, it's 1:48 in the morning, but how many days before I get more recruits? I don't see it anywhere. Okay, what does this do now? Trainable units by 1%. Oh, reduces trainable units by 1%. So I never can get better than 20% growth. Morale can never be higher than 20, which is rude. So I guess if these things are red or I don't do stuff. Getting a ton of points per day. I just don't know how long it's going to take for me to get stuff done. I have 101 marksmen. Almost want to. I want to have an army of 7, so I can have 2 groups of marksmen and 1 of sorcerers. Alright, well, I have all these guys in here to make them an 8. And this is just my sorcerers, so I should probably put them in another army, right? Let's... Let's just put him over here in this group for now. So I've got a strength 4, a strength 3, and a strength 8 army. I need like a couple strength 8 armies and a strength 10 or 12 army. It's just taking way too long to recruit people. Alright, I don't want to skip a day. What's this development? I can put a couple of outposts to bastions when I get my thing back. I think one of them is going to be this one. Make this a bastion. Because it seems to be kind of something over here, some winter sun. And it's on the road down into here. And I'm thinking I'm going to save the other bastion until I get further in. Because I'd like to have that bastion like be there. And another one here. So that I'm in this area here. And then what is this place? It won't tell me what it is. It won't tell me what it is. Huh. Got forts all over the place here. The Wounded Lands here. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go down in here somehow. But I don't seem to be able to go like from Dresden or from Canabras in this way. Seems like I have to come in this way. So maybe I need to have a bastion down here in the Wounded Lands. Okay, well. Got a couple bastions I can build when I get to them. And I'm going to need to do that because I'm going to need more squares to build in. Alright, let's get out of here. Go back into the throne room. Guess I'll go over and rest. It's my time. We're at 38 minutes. I'm going to put me up by my bed. Before I rest, I will go and check on my spells and things like that. Then we got to decide what we're going to do. If we want to go back to Winter Sun first, or if we want to just go off to Plura Falls. Plura Falls is a mythic quest, so it would make sense to do that. What's in my chest? Why didn't I sell that? I have lots of notable things I don't know what to do with. Lots of books. Really need to sit down and go through all those books, make sure I didn't miss any bonuses, because some of those books gave me saving throws against disease and sickened, insight bonus on lore, religion, lore, nature, plus 10 hit points, plus 1 insight on perception and stealth, plus 1 to AC against dragons, against demons, on all natural attacks, which doesn't help me. I want my course to read that. Saving throws against swarms. So those books are helping buff me up. I'm helping armor class of all my people. And I got my tactician thing. So yeah, I've got lots of things going on my way here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put a cut in here. I need to go through my characters and check all their spells and try and make sure I have the mix that I want before I go anywhere. And then we'll decide whether we go to Pelura Falls or if we're going to run back to Winter Sun first and then go to Pelura Falls. Because I have to do Green Gates too with Arashula. And I need a couple thousand experience points, so I'm thinking maybe if I run to Winter Sun and go take out that bear, maybe that'll be enough. I have to do the other cave too. I'm just worried that I'm going to go back there and I'm going to keep getting thrown specters at me. I've killed 2, and it's like, how many more are there going to spawn from that altar that I, took the stuff. All right. Like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like to see, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notify bell. Be notified to upload videos into our scheduled streams. I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.